Hi everyone, I'm Steph, the medical lead from Cobra Training. Welcome to another Trauma Tuesday. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining. Today we've got a 2-for-1 deal. We're going to demonstrate how to pack a wound and then apply an olaes pressure dressing. Let's get started. So wound packing refers to the process of feeding in a long bandage or haemostatic agent into a wound, applying direct pressure to the bleeding point deep inside, and gradually filling the cavity with the bandage before then applying firm direct pressure on top. So here we have a large cavity wound with a bleeding point deep inside and some handy Celox gauze, or your haemostatic agent of choice. So haemostatic gauze, in brief summary, it can be used on open wounds where hemorrhage cannot be controlled by direct pressure or there is soft tissue loss, and the cavity should be packed with the gauze down to the bone. Haemostatic gauze is of particular value in junctional areas where a tourniquet can't be applied, such as the groin, axilla and the neck. When used on facial wounds, avoid contact with the eyes, and really importantly is please do not blindly insert this gauze into the thorax or the abdomen if the terminal bleeding point cannot be visualised. Okay, the method. So as always, protect yourself and apply PPE. You then quickly explain to the casualty that this may be painful, but ultimately the bleeding must be controlled. So you want to gently but swiftly scoop out any blood from the wound and look for that bleeding point whilst assessing the depth. So a bit of quick multitasking going on there. You then apply focused direct pressure to the bleeding point with your fingers or thumb, thinking of that stiletto effect that we've talked about previously. You then place the end of the bandage or the haemostatic agent directly onto the bleeding point and gradually feed in more of the dressing whilst maintaining firm pressure on the bandage already in the wound. Please don't rush the process. If the bandage is just stuffed into the wound without a methodical application, casualty will continue to bleed, the bandage becomes saturated, you then have to take it out and the process needs to be started again. So as you see in the video, you continue packing out the wound until the cavity is completely filled with firmly packed in bandage. And then at this point you want to apply firm direct pressure on top of this packing for at least 3 minutes just to allow a stable clot to form. It's likely that continued significant pressure may still be required to control the bleeding even after this haemostatic gauze has been put in. So at this point you want to secure it with a pressure dressing of choice, either a blast or an olaes as we've used in this video. And as you see with it going on, you want to pull the dressing out, up and round just to make use of that elasticated part of the dressing to apply that pressure. Once you've secured the dressing, you want to make sure you regularly recheck it, especially after moving the patient or on arrival to hospital to make sure nothing's become dislodged. And then finally, just leave the haemostatic gauze and the pressure dressing in place until handover at hospital.